A duel is a battle of wills, and the sword an extension of the duelist's spirit. If your heart recoils in fear, then your sword may as well be in its scabbard, because you will not wield it effectively against your foe.
They say the Tenryou Commission is directly controlled by the Shogun. They're the ones responsible for maintaining law and order. But why would they take... Paimon doesn't get it. Huh? There seems to be some commotion over there. Let's go see what's happening.
I'll ask one more time. Do you intend to withhold this month's emergency provisions?
The entire clan is counting on that food. We demand an explanation.
How many times do I have to say it? I don't know anything about emergency provisions.
You dare deceive us? Those provisions are essential.
You samurai think you can just do whatever you please? The Tenryou Commission will hear of this.
What? We just happened to be passing by. We heard the commotion and came to see what the matter was.
I see. You seem to have come just at the right time. Perhaps this is Kurosawa. He's a samurai and a member of the Shogun's army. They issue emergency provisions to the area, and he's the one responsible for distribution. In the past, we'd simply ask him for provisions and everything would be delivered. Now he's keeping the provisions for himself, I just know it. We'll starve without...
No one seems to care about us. We used to think Kurosawa was a kind man. It's no wonder all the visions have been confiscated. The Raiden Shogun doesn't need people like him.
This must be one of the people Ayaka asked us to... Maybe we should talk to Kurosawa and see...
I've never even heard of these emergency provisions. I don't know whether it's rumors or whether they're trying to blackmail me. But either way, it's ridiculous. My own family can barely get by as it is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got other matters to attend to. And that's the first bit of truth I've heard all day. The Shogun's army told me that I was unworthy of my vision. And they said I was slacking off in my...
Well, that's strange. You were...
To be perfectly honest, all I know is that I would perform certain things every month. And it's not just that.
Does it have to do with the missing emergency provision?
I didn't take any. Like I said, if I was taking them for myself, I wouldn't be going to top it all off. My house was just raided by treasure hoarders. If you don't believe me...
He seems to be telling, but we better confirm. Let's go. We should be able to follow their tracks. They couldn't have gone too far.
We really outdid ourselves this time. All those samurai houses packed with goods. We really hit the jackpot. I mean,
You haven't seen anything yet. There'll be a lot more where this came from. Today's just the beginning. I'll be leading you all on an epic journey of pillage and plunder that will go down in hoarder history.
You demand, boss!
These seem like the treasure hoarders we're after.
Burn it down! Into the shadows.
oh, there goes all the Mora. We worked hard to steal that, you know? Come on, boss, think of something.
Not bad, kid. You ever think of joining the treasure hoarders? We could use someone like you. Kurosawa. Oh, so he's the one who sent you after us, huh? Just our luck.
So what did you see inside?
Food supplies. You kidding? That place was a complete mess. All we found was a strange-looking box. I didn't want anyone else to see it, so I was planning on opening it myself once we... But now that you've caught us, how about we make a deal? That little...
You've got a deal. Now show us what's in the box.
Huh?
What the...
There's nothing in here but IOUs!
Yeah, a lot of them too. And they all seem to be made out to the owner of a general goods store. We better talk to this Miss Aoi and get to the bottom of this. As for you guys, you're free to go. Just pray that our paths don't cross again.
Yes, of course.
So, we redeemed ourselves for some IOUs. Does that mean we broke even?
Shut it.
Welcome to Tsukumomono Groceries. We've got everything or perhaps there's... so you're friends of Kurosawa, I take it?
Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. How did Kurosawa end up owing you?
Let me think. Kurosawa would come regularly to purchase large quantities of foodstuffs. However, the price of provisions began to skyrocket recently, and his salary was no longer...
So that's how he was getting... But why did he have to purchase a usual amount?
Well, if you think about it, the citizens receiving the emergency provisions must have been carefully calculating. Kurosawa thought that it would be quite the disappointment for them, so he deemed it necessary to take on the debt rather than let the people down.
Wow. Kurosawa was purchasing all the... And no one ever appreciated what he...
People's attitudes will always reflect their circumstances. In the face of hardship, nobody cares to... if you ask me... Had Kurosawa told everyone the truth, of course, I'm sure there would still have been some. As for why he chose to spend his own... If you're still curious, why don't you go ask him? I see. That reminds me, it seemed most unfortunate. If he doesn't clear the debt on his name, he'll have no choice but to sell that sword that is...
Sword? What?
Oh, didn't he tell you? I've asked him about its origins. He told me that it was a gift from his father, that it was too... In hindsight, I regret that I never... Why don't you ask him about the sword yourself? Oh, but before you go, if you would kindly settle today's bill...
But we...
Information is also a kind of... Don't worry, I won't charge much for information about Kurosawa. Nothing...
At least we now know where the emergency provisions were coming from. Let's go talk to Kurosawa.
I presented them with a choice. Either they left or I drew my sword. It turned out to be a real time saver, actually. Did you manage to track down the treasure hoarders?
That just about sums it up. It turns out that you really were...
Strange. Is that really... I don't really have any such recollection. Even why was I purchasing emergency provisions for it? But I could not deny that when I brandished my sword to scare those two away, I could sense that my body was somehow... And this sword was what I remember once when I was young. I wanted to sneak out with the blade and show it off to the kids next door. What did he say? It would seem that I forgot many important things when my vision was taken from me. All I can remember now is my father telling me that this blade bore his life's creed, and said to me,
Hey, if you look carefully, there seems to be some words engraved on the hilt. Can you recognize the words?
Virtue? Somehow those two words seem taking on seemingly endless debts to make others happy. But what use are virtue and justice? I purchased the provisions for those in need. The Tenryo Commission seized my vision. And the very people I was... And the irony of all of it, I'm incapable of being a good person.
Yet another troubled... When we get the chance, in any case, we must never let him sell off that sword. Yeah. Fortunately for us, you don't have a vision. Let's go find the next port. Their vision taken is supposed to be a famous sword master around these parts. Paimon heard that he's the present-day master. This is his dojo. Luckily, there's some people around.
Nanako, don't worry. Sensei will be fine. Those thugs that challenged the dojo...
Maybe, but things have gotten dangerous before.
It's just because he's been possessed.
Hey there! Did something...
Who are you? I don't care whether you're trespassers or just here to harass us while Sensei is impaired. Get out of here immediately! Don't make me draw my blade, or you won't live to regret it.
No, you got it so wrong. We just came here to,
Disciples?
Yep. We've heard all about the mighty master of Make-Yo-Shi, but then we got here and
From the way you're dressed, it doesn't look... Please, accept my apologies. We've had so many people trying to cause us trouble recently. You haven't arrived at the best of times, I'm afraid. Sensei got possessed recently, and he's still recovering. He's not able to take on any new disciples for the time being. I see you are earnest in your pursuit. Sensei's name is, though self-taught, he once said that his goal was to become the best sword master. And so, even while training us, he continued to hone his... But then...
Not long ago, Sensei had his vision taken. He says the strangest things over and over. And Junya and I have discussed it, and we both... But if I'm honest...
the Grand Narukami...
You haven't heard of it? It's the largest shrine on Narukami Island. The head shrine maiden is reputed... Not that we'd have any means of involving the head shrine, so don't worry, Nanako. Sensei is going to be... The exorcism will take place this evening. You're both more than welcome to come...
So, losing your vision can cause possession? Guess we should come back this evening and see for ourselves.
So you decided to come. It's a good thing you didn't arrive any earlier. You would have had to witness Sensei just now when Nanako was attending to him. When she asked him who the people were, it looked like he was in great all the while he kept calling those names. One of them was Anzai. He used to be a fellow disciple of Sensei wouldn't stop calling his name. The ritual has now begun. Please, excuse me for a...
Who's that sneaking around? We won't let them get away with it. Seems they aren't here. Should we keep going further up? Is this definitely the right place? Let's look a little further up. Aha! Suspicious person sighted! That's got it!
How? Are you sure you're Domon's disciples? Unless...
Excuse me? And what are you doing?
Bad news? I'll have you know I trained side by side with Domon back in the day. I don't care to talk about that time anymore. But if you must know, I am Domon's senior.
His senior? Wait, that means you...
Anzai? Yes, that's me. Because I don't wish to see Domon or anyone else associated with him ever again. When we were young, we trained under the same sword master, studying Make-Yo-Shi Sui art together. I had begun training 5 years before him, and everyone looked up to me as a steady and dependable older disciple. Practitioners of Make-Yo-Shi Sui art seek to achieve stillness of mind, freedom from all, but Domon was different. The first thing he did when he joined was go straight to our sensei and ask him, with a beaming smile on his face, how to become the best. Sensei scolded him and told him that the art of the sword should not be used for such vain ends. Sensei said that I thought so too at the time, but Domon began making swift progress in his training and even started catching up with me. Only then did I realize that it was Domon who had long since freed his mind from all agitation. He was consumed by his singular desire to become the best in the world. He sought nothing less than perfection in the art of the sword.
Sure sounds like he meant business. So how come you don't want to ever...
Because until he arrived, I was convinced that I would succeed our sensei as the of all the disciples, I was the most gifted. I had trained the longest. Everyone had high expectations. Domon's arrival changed everything. When we sparred, later, I heard that he sparred with Sensei too. Sensei was advanced in years by then, and after that I wanted nothing further to do with him. Deep down, though, I still respected his master. So, when I heard rumors that he had lost his mind, my first reaction was to dismiss them as... I decided to quietly come and see if it were true. Then, to my complete astonishment, I heard him call my name. So you see, I came here not to cause him any harm. I just wanted to see for myself. Okay, you've heard my story. You should get...
Seems like we got... Still, Paimon's not sure we should bring him back.
What? You're saying he isn't possessed? Does that mean he's just lost his mind? But how is that...
Nanako, please.
I am sorry. With what powers I have, I can find no sign of any but spirits may take a myriad of forms in this world, many of which I cannot, and all is certainly not lost. For I received word not long ago that Lady Yai...
Lady Yai? Is that the same Lady Yai that I think you mean?
The head shrine maiden of the Grand Narukami Shrine?
Correct. Lady Yai is most knowledgeable indeed, and I am unable to say for certain whether an evil spirit has possessed your sensei. But Lady Yai can give a conclusive verdict.
Excuse me, Miss Inagi, but I must...
That won't be necessary. All that is required of you is your timely arrival at the Grand Narukami Shrine. I must leave now, but we will meet soon.
Who'd have thought Lady Yai herself would have taken notice?
Do you mean to say that Sensei isn't renowned enough to deserve Lady Yai's attention?
No, that's not what I meant at all. You misunderstand me. I just mean this is Lady Yai, the head shrine maiden. She has direct and close contact with the almighty Shogun herself. Anyway, given that you've traveled all this way just to meet our sensei, we, the disciples of Meikyo Shisui Art, will do our best to help you.
Sure! After all, everyone seems pretty excited about Lady... Who knows? Maybe we'll be able to find out a thing or two about the... is so excited. She has a really striking presence. Also, is it just Paimon? Or did she look right at us just now? It was probably nothing. It's not like she's ever seen us.
Keep away. Keep away from me. I gave up the art of the sword. Please.
As you can see, Lady Yai, Domon has persisted in this state for some time now. He appears to see those who have lost to him in...
Lady Yai, it must be a possession, right? This is nothing like him at all. In the past...
I'm sorry. It is clear to me that your sensei is not...
But... Then does that...
Yes. This is a change in the person himself. Unable to cope with the tremendous pressure he was under, he suffered a spiritual collapse. With his as one who is thrown into the sea, though he fights back desperately. As for what has triggered this change, I believe it must be the loss of his vision. For to be stripped of one's...
Stripped of his ambition? But Lady Yai, even without his ambition...
Your school practices Meikyo Shisui art, does it? Stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. What a fine notion that would be if any in this world could ever hope to achieve. There was once one who claimed to be indifferent to rank and reward, and who fled enraged when... Then, what of the one who crossed... Lady, I'm not sure I understand. The path of the sword master is filled with twists and turns. It is no small undertaking to pursue the position. It requires one to take their sword firmly in both hands and cut down the hopes and dreams of others. Only a deep commitment to his ambition to become the best made it possible for him to rise above the pain of these. When that ambition disappeared, he began to doubt himself. As he battled his growing anxiety, he slowly descended. Much like a certain fatally...
Poor Sensei. To think he's been suffering so greatly.
I'm sorry. It's all my father.
That's enough.
Huh? Isn't that Ansai? Where did he come from? Did he follow us the whole way here?
Ansai, why are there two of you? Is that you or a ghost? You're here for revenge, aren't you? I knew it would come. I never should have...
You're right to assume that my feelings towards you are far from kindly. It's been so long now that I made peace with it years ago. You did nothing. I don't think most of the people you beat along the way would hold it against you. On the contrary, when you cut our ambitions short, now I know that we can't place our hopes in you any longer, since you've been stripped of your ambitions too. But that is no reason to strip them of theirs. Follow the way of the sword all the way to the highest peak. You taught them that, didn't you?
But what if one day, the same thing happens to them? I put everything I had into trying to become the best. If there's a chance they'll end up like me one day.
Have you asked them what they think?
Sensei, after you rescued me from the hands of the pirates, I told myself I would follow in your footsteps for the rest of my days. I can't know whether I will suffer in my future as you do now. All I know is that here and I want to keep going until the day that I can stand before everyone with my head held.
Nanako's far from the only one. Actually, all of us think that way.
Goodness.
You see? You can place the ambition you once had in there. Being stripped of your ambition is something that's never happened to me, so I can't claim to understand it. But just as I once placed my ambitions onto you, it is time for you to release. You are not in the same position that I was. When I left, I had nothing to my name. But you have
I understand. I'm sorry to have made you worry for me, and for the state of Meikyo Shisui art. I no longer have the resolve to become the best in the world, but as your sensei, I shall commit to This is my promise.
You can count on that. I'd be checking in on you occasionally anyway, but I am now used to the life of a wanderer. Well, don't just stand there staring at me.
So even though his ambition was taken away, his disciples can take it over on his behalf.
Traveler, a moment, please. Lady Yai has some words for you.
So, my intuition was correct. The wind that blows from afar carries fresh life to these shores. For us to meet now is premature. Nevertheless, you set foot on these islands at precisely the right moment. I have high hopes for you, child. Don't disappoint me.
Ooh, Lady Ai seems to have taken a real interest in you. She seems super mysterious. Paimon's so curious what she really meant by all that. We can come back to it another time. Guess who fulfilled all your wishes? Huh? Ayaka? Huh?
Traveler, Paimon, it is a pleasure to finally meet you both face to face. I have heard all about how you helped our 3 friends. My sincerest thanks to you.
Yeah, short of getting them their vision. Ayaka, how come this time you get to come out and meet us in person?
Because now that you have done the 3 things I asked of you, I consider you to be my friends. As you will observe, I just...
Oh, wait a second. But isn't Toma your, servant? Paimon's happy to help and all, but Paimon sure as heck did not sign up to be a servant.
Oh. Paimon, you are most entertaining. Toma is first and foremost my...
Oh, okay then. Ayaka, you seem pretty different out in the open compared to how you are behind the screen.
Back to the matter at hand. You have now witnessed the pain of those deprived of their visions. Thunders roar, lightnings flash, the wind... But I believe that surely you understand. It seems that perhaps now you can appreciate my feelings on all of this. You will? Really? Naturally.
All right, bravo, my lady. You were right all along.
See? I told you she wouldn't reject them. I'd placed my trust in the right... Now then, given that the remainder of our discussion pertains to matters of a more confidential nature, perhaps we...
Well, here we are again.
Please continue without me. I'll keep watch.
So, what's the deal with this place anyway?
This is land that was gifted to the Yashiro Commission by the Shogun. The Kamisato clan has the exclusive right to plan, build, and repair any property on the... Such privileges exist due to the Yashiro Commission's role in managing ceremonial affairs. Often...
Oh, Paimon gets it! Gotta keep a bit of mystery.
Once the number of ceremonial affairs conducted in the city began to decline, our fort...
Makes sense. Perfect place for a secret base.
In any case, we can talk freely here. I presume you have a few questions. The almighty Shogun. I've seen her on but only a few. She inspires awe, commands respect, and exudes a sense of absolute authority. It was her almost complete lack of any emotion. In that sense, she appeared to me to be less of a ruler and more of... Of course, we have tried on numerous occasions. Unfortunately, they invariably adopt a stance of unconditional support for the... It almost makes one wonder whether they had a hand in the... The issue is this. After all, it is but a tiny minority of people who receive visions. Because of this, the attitude of most people towards...
How can they be like that?
Nevertheless, in addition to us...
Resistance? You mean like an army fighting against—
Yes. Many who have lost or fear losing their vision. To say a little more about Sangonomiya. But I do wonder whether there may be some other agenda behind their—
Ooh, Paimon has a question though.
Oh?
Have you got a plan yet to fight the Vision Hunt Decree?
To be honest, we do not.
What?
Please, do not forget that challenging the Vision Hunt Decree is tantamount—
So what are we gonna do?
Well, for the moment, all we can do is try and reduce— For example, by providing vision bearers with safe refuge.
You're telling Paimon that there are people—
Don't underestimate the talents of the craftspeople in Hanamizaka. To the naked eye, their counterfeits are indistinguishable from the genuine article. The problem we are facing right now is that Master Masakatsu—
Darn! So they found out about it?
Yes. We knew it was not a long-term solution, and that it was only a matter of time before it would be exposed. But we cannot simply abandon Master Masakatsu. Exactly. I feel the same way. When you are ready, go to Hanamizaka and look for a fireworks shop run by the Naganohara family. There,
Full throttle!
Just hand it over. You don't want any trouble with me. If you think your elemental powers are enough to resist the Vision Hunt Decree, then you'd better think again. Believe me, you're not the first of your kind we've encountered, and we've seen the same—
Can't you make an exception? I just got this vision. I won't even—
So this is the Vision Hunt Decree in action, huh? We can't just sit around and watch things— Psst. Huh? There's someone trying to get our—
Come on, this way.
What's going on? Can't you see we need—
Shh, quiet.
Hey, this isn't right, you know. Just because you don't have a vision doesn't mean you can sit back and watch— Huh? Hey, wait!
Shh. If you don't keep your voice down, I won't have one much longer.
All right.
wise choice.
What should we do now? He's already— this is your fault!
Many thanks, Miss Yoimiya. If you hadn't swapped me a fake just now—
No worries. You put on quite the convincing performance.
Oh, so that's what's going on here. And to think Paimon was about to unleash
Think nothing of it. I could tell from your reaction we were on the same side. You just didn't know it, you know. Oh, right. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Yoimiya, the current owner of Naganohara Fireworks.
Practically everyone on Hanamizaka knows Yoimiya. She's the queen of the summer festival. Without her and her fireworks—
Whoa, that's quite the introduction.
Stop it, Hunch. As for thanking me, you'd be better off thanking Master Masakatsu. He's the one that gave me the fake visions in the first place. His handiwork allowed me to keep my own vision. Whew, I can't even imagine trying—
Yes, Master Masakatsu is a good man. It's too bad good people say—
Master Masakatsu?
Huh? Do you guys know him too? You don't say. Then it sounds like the Shirasagi Himegimi, but if I just march straight in— So, what about if I
Sure, welcome to the team!
Seems like I finally got a new job to do. Besides hiding vision bearers in my shop, that is. So, Master Masakatsu is being held at the police station. I've already surveyed the area and found a way in.
Whoa, talk about a reliable source. Seems we've got the right person on our team.
Not bad, huh? Let's go as soon as everyone's ready. Don't worry, Master Masakatsu.
Time to
Rev the engines!
long as we stay quiet, I certainly wouldn't want to end up locked away in here. We should split up.
You sure?
Yes,
Talk about a big door. It seems we need to collect something shaped like Magatama in order to open it.
Rise to the sun!
Oh, so sorry. Dodge that. One evil look.
Shoot on sight! Light it up!
Animal test 6308.
Cool it! I need to train harder.
Battle formation!
What's the hurt?
This wall looks a bit odd. Maybe there's some special trick to it. These guys seem a lot tougher than usual. Paimon wonders if that armor over there has anything to do with the source of their strength.
Soldiers, quick!
Enhanced animal module 75. Stay.
Hunt them down!
I need to train harder.
Doesn't that Magatama shape look pretty similar to the grooves on the door over there?
Brace yourselves.
Rise with the sun!
Cool it. Don't get frostbite.
Animal test 63.
Shoot on sight!
Don't hold back. I need to train harder.
Dodge this. What's the hurt?
I've been bested.
really think that little locking you up was...
Oh no! Those Tenryo Commission...
If we don't come up with a way to break him out fast, then... Huh? Yoimiya, when did you get back here?
I can't bear to watch. If anything happens to...
Hey, you there! What are you doing?
Ma'am.
We were just teaching him a little lesson. That's...
Huh? Who's that?
That's Kojo Sara, adopted daughter of the Kojo clan of the Tenryo Commission.
Make way, let me have a look at him. I'm sure you're well aware that torture is strictly against military regulations.
Yes, ma'am.
If you are unashamed of such disgraceful action, then you are also...
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I'm unsure when...
Hey, this is our chance. Let's move while they aren't watching.
Yoimiya, are you sure now's the...
Who is that? Quick, go and investigate.
Yes, ma'am.
They're coming! Quick, hide!
Sorry. I didn't mean to. Don't worry, I've got us covered. Time for my little present.
Fireworks!
Huh? Was that an explosion?
It sounded like fireworks.
Quick, let's hurry!
The fireworks were enough.
Fireworks aren't just for festivals, you know. I was particularly proud of this back.
Yoimiya!
Well, fireworks are my craft after all. Every batch has to be spectacular.
Look, the coast is clear! Now...
Yoimiya, is that you?
Master Masakatsu!
So come on! We've got no time to lose! Oh.
Yes, leave. Before I let... He's in serious condition. Be sure he gets immediate, but remember, once he's recovered, it won't be long.
Well... you can bet...
We're finally out of that creepy place.
Yes. Finally, I've made it out of there.
Master Masakatsu, how do you feel? Can you hold on?
Don't worry. I think I can make it to the infirmary without keeling over.
Thank you. All of you. I'll take him to get treated. I'll treat you to a round of drinks.
Don't worry about us. Just take care of Master Masakatsu. Good thing we were able to rescue him. Right, Kujasara. Do you think she was making up for how the guards were treating him? It seems as though there are some okay people among the ranks of the Ten. How about we go tell Ayaka and the...
I see. So Kujo Sara stayed her hand. It would appear she still has some honor to her. I wonder if we should try establishing contact with her. Perhaps we could coax out some information.
Unlikely. Don't forget, Kujo Sara is also carrying out the Vision Hunt decree. In her eyes, Master Masakatsu is of no threat to the decree. This is why she was so willing. If our true motives were ever divulged, she would act against us without a second thought.
True. Though if you ask me, Master Masakatsu's release is an unexpected, but we are now one step closer to victory. And we couldn't have done it without Yoimiya and the... You're turning out to be even more reliable than we...
Don't mention it.
Indeed. Things may have turned out very differently this time without that, but if we wish to mount any sizable resistance against the Vision Hunt decree, there is still much to be. It is time we make ready our next set of plans.
There's no need to rush, my lady. Things seem to have taken a turn for the better, at least. Not only have we rescued Master Masakatsu, yes, which reminds me, the Tenryou Commission seems to be making preparations for us, and the number of samurai out enforcing the Vision Hunt decree seems to be waning. The date—
A ceremony, you say? Why would such a task—
I don't know, but I'm sure it has nothing to do with us. Anyway, with the Tenryou Commission busy—
You do present it. Being in a constant state of alert will only tire us further. Perhaps a period of rest is in order. Toma, what would you suggest?
I'd say a celebratory feast is in order. Might I suggest an evening of hot pot together? Funny enough, I learned a new hot pot game recently. I'm sure you'll find it quite amusing.
A hot pot game? What's that? Well, as long as it has to do with eating.
Simply put, every person prepares an ingredient to add to the hot pot. Once the meal begins, we take it in turns to close our eyes, pick an ingredient out of the pot. Anyone who guesses correctly can go again, and whoever finishes the meal— Don't you think it sounds like fun? I've been wanting to give it a try. In fact, I've already got my ingredients prepared.
You really do want to play, huh? Well, sounds like we've got our work cut out for us. Let's see what we've got here. Fresh fish fillets, shrimp. Nice! You can't go wrong with these. Paimon never thought we'd be the only ones to actually put anything edible into the pot. This was possibly this—
You can say that again. But hey, at least I got the most points.
I'm afraid it's your own fault for adding all those strange ingredients, Toma. Even with a traveler's normal ingredients, I still couldn't guess any of them correctly.
But weren't you the one who added those little cakes, Ayaka? I think boiling cakes in hot pot— Ugh. Think of the texture.
I must apologize. To be perfectly honest—
Uh-oh. I'm definitely not okay. I feel like a new man.
You know, Toma, all you had to do was guess wrong on purpose and it would have been someone else's turn. Talk about—
Guess I've been feeling unlucky recently and wanted the God of Hot Pot's blessing. Perhaps I did get a little carried away. Still, I couldn't be beaten at my own game first time around. I think my luck has already taken a turn for the better. I can sense it. So without further ado, I hereby declare that the winner of today's Hot Pot Challenge is me.
Oh, brother.
Good effort, team. Another important job taken care of. Next on the agenda, some well-earned rest and relaxation.
Yes. If the Tenryou Commission truly is as busy with preparations as Toma, and with the extra time, there are some other matters I wish to—
Let's all take some much-needed time off. After a few days' rest, we'll reconvene at the Komori Tea House and discuss our next operation. Downtime is hard to come by these days, so be sure to make the most of it. I'll tidy things up here and start thinking about our ingredients for our next round.
There's gonna be a sequel?
Sure, why not? We should play again now that—
Bye, Toma! Seems we won't need to be visiting the Komori Tea House for a while. Why don't we go explore some other places? from here? What's the plan?
Traveler, Paimon, hold on.
Huh? Ayaka?
Something has come, but you ought not be nervous. This is not coming from the Yashiro Commission or the
Individual request? You mean personal stuff?
Correct. It concerns my mother. This may seem a little sudden, but in my view, a few days ago, I was sorting through some old She wrote about all kinds of things, mostly of little consequence.
Probably your mom's best buddy, right?
Never. And although my mother and father passed away many years ago, both my brothers... So, I am very curious about... According to the notebook, their name is Tsubaki. This seems to have been someone very important to my mother.
Paimon thinks it sounds like a girl's name.
That's what I thought too.
So what do you want us to do? Do you need us to find her for you?
No. Her address is given in the notebook. We can head straight there. Please keep everything I have told you in strict... The proper course of action would be to involve my brother and visit her together. But he is terribly busy at present, and... Exactly. That, and you are also a kind, well-mannered person.
You can count on us! We've done greeting gifts before, so we should be able to help. In terms of payment...
Wonderful! In fact, I was hoping to take this opportunity to show you both around. If you don't mind, of course.
Oh, we don't mind! We don't mind at all! Do we?
Thank you kindly. Shall we head off then? Ogura Textiles and Kimonos is our first stop.
Alright, sounds great!
Full throttle!
This must be...
It's a festival promotion. Hey, speaking of, we haven't been anywhere fun since we arrived in Inazuma.
No, what made you think that? Festivals are a common occurrence here in Inazuma. Each season brings its own festival, and each So, while festivals are undoubtedly joyous and lively occasions, for us, they are also a cause for concern. Oh, my apologies. I should stop thinking about work.
Oh, so you weren't checking out the promotion? Well...
Welcome. I have all the latest styles. Please take a look. Oh, it's Miss Kamisato with guests from overseas. Welcome to Ogura Textiles and Kimonos. Are you...
Oh, greetings to you too. I have a design here for a garment. Would you be so kind as to take a look?
Oh, Ayaka came prepared.
Let me see. This could be...
It could be...
Oh, it's a very fine design. Miss Kamisato, you'd like us to make a kimono following this design, yes?
Please, if you could.
I'm honored that you'd choose Ogura Textiles and Kimonos for your tailoring needs. Based on the design, this kind of kimono would require silk made from the silk flower. The majority of Inazuma's silk is imported from Liyue Harbor, but given the current climate... As you well know, Inazuma is currently under a strict lockdown. In all honesty, the impact on the textiles industry has been quite significant. But of course, where our customers are able to provide the fabric
So you're saying we need to go and buy some silk first?
If even Ogura Textiles and Kimonos can't get a hold...
You could try the International Trade Association. The only thing is their prices. they're not the cheapest. In times like...
So even just getting clothes made... Wait, the International Trade Association? That's Karisu's thing.
It looks like that will... Thank you ever so much. We will be back once we've acquired the fabric. Oh, in the meantime, I have one other very...
Why is she being so secretive all of a sudden?
Absolutely. Much obliged. My pleasure, Miss Kamisato. Honestly, I'm just as excited as you to see the end product. We haven't made a silk kimono for the longest time now, and this...
That's very kind of you, thank you. Traveler Paimon, let's try our luck at the International Trade Association.
Try and stop me!
This is it, the International Trade Association.
Okay then, we need to talk to Karisu, right? Doesn't look like he's here. Let's look around. Look, there he is.
Looks like we found him. Mr. Karisu, are you alright?
Oh, you're Miss Sayaka from the Kamisato clan.
Better than you, it appears.
And if it isn't the Traveler, I haven't seen you in a while. I take it you've been out of Rito? Thanks again for your help last time. The association is back in business.
That's great, but, why were you staring into space just now? Did something...
Well, you see, it's embarrassing to admit, but some of the association's goods have been stolen.
Which goods were stolen?
It was a batch of high-grade silk. We imported a big batch of silk from Liyue several years ago. Recently, we heard that clothing stores in the city have more or less sold all their silk stocks. So, the vagrants swiped the whole batch, then disappeared. Well, as you know, they don't think much of foreign merchants like us.
Well, I also take issue with aspects of the Kanjo Commission's operational methods.
My apologies. I had to let off some steam. Anyway, there doesn't seem to be much we can do ourselves to get our good... Perhaps...
I am afraid I can't intervene in an official capacity, but I can...
Of course, I would never...
Huh?
Yes, acting in my own capacity, mind you. Even then, there is no escaping the fact that my every action and word will be seen to reflect on the... I do so not without reservation, so... I hope that you will treat this matter as confidential. That aside, as I'm sure you're aware, I'm afraid that I won't always be able to help you in such circumstances. Given your position and that of the International Trade Association, please try to exercise more caution in the future.
We will. We certainly will. But, are you sure this isn't gonna cause any issues for you? What if someone high up in the Kanjo Commission sees what you're doing and doesn't like it? You're a highly respected member of society.
Very humorous. Let's not forget that I am the eldest daughter of the Kamisato clan. I would be very surprised indeed if anybody in the Kanjo
Whoa, that sent shivers down Paimon's spine!
Mr. Karisu, I need to know the exact time and location of the theft, and anything that stood out about the perpetrator's appearance.
Thank you so much. Let's see, it was 2 hours ago now, over at the,
Everyone, please follow me to the scene of the crime.
All right, off we go!
Here we are. This is where we were robbed.
Hey,
Huh? Footprints. Very deep ones at that. Leading towards the forest.
Presumably the depth suggests that they were carrying something heavy.
Let's see where they lead.
You think you can get your stuff back with this bunch? You must be dreaming.
Why, you better hope you have the courage of your...
Why wouldn't I, old man? Answer me this. You're one of those Outlander merchant. You trade association types are worms. Coming over to our land, leeching off our... Look at that. No response. Face it. This is Inazuma. You've got no ties here. You're at the bottom of the pile. Can you really blame us for walking all over you?
You are despicable.
Hey! I just had an idea. Since you came all this way, how about we do some business?
Business?
Pay up. And you can take your fabric back. Sound good? If you ask me, it beats walking out.
Wait. Mr. Kurisu, please do not pay any...
But...
I trust you remember our agreement? If you keep your lips firmly sealed, I too shall uphold...
Oh, yes, of...
Then please stand well back where it is safe.
This moment will be frozen. Loaded.
Say no more! My blade!
God, you're the berry. Finally, No. Rise with the sun!
Absorption test. Swirl. Mark 2.
Hunt them down.
Picked the wrong time.
Well, that's resolved then.
No, please, It was nothing. I was simply doing my duty.
Miss Kamisato! Traveler! Are you hurt?
Don't worry, we're fine. The vagrants left in quite a hurry. It would seem they didn't have time to take anything.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You'd best do a count.
6, 8, 10. Yep, it's all here.
Great! Now we can finally buy some silk.
Buy silk? You mean you need some of the silk here?
This was indeed our intent.
Don't get us wrong, though. That's not the reason we helped you out. Paimon thinks we're pretty lucky. If we arrived any later,
I honestly can't thank you. Please, say no more. You need silk? I'll pick out a piece for you.
Thank you, good sir. How much do I owe you?
Oh, it's free of charge. I could never ask you to pay after...
No, that will never do. Merchants already have enough challenges to deal with. And as Paimon explained, my help was There is nothing to feel distressed about, because nothing, I repeat, nothing happened here in these woods today, did it?
Thank you, I don't think I could ever...
Very well. And thank you for the silk, Mr. Kurisu.
See you then! Bye!
Traveler, thank you for stepping in to help out.
But how come those vagrants didn't seem to know who you were? They must move in completely different circles.
Perhaps. Either way, I'm glad they didn't recognize me.
It's not every day an important person...
Your praise is quite unwarranted. I merely did what anyone in my position would have done. I admit that it did feel strange for me to come to his aid. But this should have nothing to do with identity or social class. As far as I'm concerned, it was one individual helping another in need. I guess that deep down, I don't see how a society can be considered just. Sorry, I'm getting off topic. Right. Let's head back to Ogura Textiles and Kimonos and give our hard-won silk to the shopkeeper.
Okay.
Welcome back! So, any luck at the international trip?
Yes, they did. Here.
Excellent news! So, apart from the silk, I think everything else I need. I just need to go and take stock of our materials. It won't take me a moment.
They better all be there.
I do hope nothing else is missing. Traveler, on the subject of garments, I've been meaning to acquire a new outfit for you, too. It's just, I wasn't sure how you'd feel about the idea of dressing in Inazuman attire. Oh, are you sure? Is that so? Impressive. So travelers of your stature hold themselves to a dress—
More like when you're away from home, you've gotta live by certain rules. But Paimon would still love to check out some Inazuman outfits. Just what is that supposed to mean? They make
Your interactions are so adorable to watch. I can certainly find someone to tailor a Paimon-size outfit if Paimon's so— Well, if you're sure, something else I've been wondering is, how do people in other nations dress?
They sure do. Each nation has its own unique style. Traditional, fancy schmear.
The study of clothing is a profound discipline, and I still have much to learn. When clothing becomes part of the expression of one's personality, even an extension of one's body, so I am not against dressing up. Far from it.
Paimon agrees. You couldn't have put it any better.
Paimon, you're so adorable that you could wear anything and it would look lovely on you.
Wow! Paimon just got a compliment.
Sorry to keep you waiting. I've checked my inventory.
Thank you. Is there anything else you're missing?
Fortunately not. I have all the materials I need. As for the size, would you like me to go by the dimensions given?
Yes, please.
Understood. I'll get to work shortly. In total, that'll be—
Here you go. Is it possible to treat this as an urgent—
Well, luckily, we don't have any other urgents at the moment, so I can begin work right away. It will still take me some time. Until then, I'm sure you'll find somewhere nearby to pass the time.
Good idea. Let's check out the whole area.
There will be no— For our next stop, I'd like to take you both for a meal.
Food? Oh, Paimon likes this plan.
I picked the venue especially for you. I thought that the relaxed atmosphere there would suit our day much better than the prohibitively formal one of a high-end restaurant. Shall we head off?
Yep. Paimon can't wait.
Try and stop me!
Are we here? Ooh, it's one of those street-side places.
Welcome!
Oh, Miss Kiminami, how do you—
Miss Kamisato, perfect timing. Your booking was for— Well,
I believe so. We'll be sticking to the order I placed in advance. As for the other matter we discussed, thank you for your help.
excellent. No problem. And everything you asked for is ready and waiting. Traveler, tiny customer, please wait here for a moment while I prepare your food.
Go ahead and take a seat. There is something I need to take care of, but I'll be back momentarily. It's
Nothing of that sort. I just have a few minor things I need to attend to.
She sure left in a hurry. Whatever it is, it must be pretty urgent.
So you two are Miss Kamisato's friends? Well, we serve all the classics. Sure, there are fancier looking places out there, but the food here speaks for itself. Hope you enjoy it. Over the years we've been in business, we've gotten to know the Kamisato clan quite well. Miss Kamisato and her brother are both fond of our food. They're always sending staff down here to order something and take it back to them. Her table booking surprised me, not least because it was a group reservation.
The first time ever? Whoa, guess that makes us...
Sure does. And I'm probably crossing the line here, but I'm just telling you what others have told me. Apparently, Miss Kamisato doesn't have a lot of friends.
How is that possible? She's so kind and polite to everyone. Paimon would have thought that would make her really popular.
That's what I used to think too. But it turns out the rules of social interaction are a bit more complicated than that. Nobody in the neighborhood has a bad word to say about her. They all say she's beautiful, elegant, graceful, not to mention that she belongs to one of the most illustrious clans in the land. In short, they see her as a model young lady. But that's just it. People look at her and they see a model of perfection. So you see, on paper, she's some...
Paimon never would have guessed.
We don't speak all that much, but we do go quite a way back. I've always admired her for taking on so many responsibilities, so it makes me really happy to see her anyway. Relax. Enjoy your meal. Consider it a favor for the whole neighborhood. Look after her for us.
Huh? That sounded like Ayaka.
I'm so sorry, traveler. Could you join me over there for a minute? I'm sorry. I didn't want to drag you away all of a sudden. I, just had a cooking catastrophe.
Oh, so that loud noise we heard came from the cooking pot.
As you can see, this house is right next to the restaurant. It's where the owner lives. Actually, this whole compound is the family's private property. I asked Miss Kiminami to prepare some...
Right! If there's something you want to eat...
Actually, I wanted to cook something as a gift for Tsubaki. My mother mentioned in her notebook that Tsubaki... So I thought, if I'm going to meet Tsubaki...
A dish from overseas? So anything from outside Inazuma counts, right? If so, then we've got lots of options, don't we? Hey! Don't make this weird!
Can I leave you to finish this task then? Great. But...
Oh, Paimon knows! Your pizza!
Pizza?
It's an assortment of toppings and sauce spread over a bread base.
That does sound pretty good. Is the pizza ready?
Welcome to Second Life.
Real tigerfish! Get it while it's up! Real tigerfish! Get it while it's hot!
What should I try this time?
Welcome to Second Life. Satisfaction guaranteed.
Burn it down!
Ready.
Into the shadows.
Hi, traveler. So strange.
Back in the day.
I've faced many opponents in my duels. Most of them I defeated. The rest surrendered.
You just can't beat the atmosphere.
No. I have never lost a duel.
My fair share of crazy adventures back in the day.
Rev the engines!
Is the pizza...
Oh, it's ready.
It smells delicious. You're an... I would love to be able to master dishes from all over the world.
Well, all you need to learn is a recipe. We can bring you some more recipes in the future if you like.
Great. I look forward to learning from your culinary expertise.
How are you all doing?
Whoa, is this... Miss Kamisato? Yes, an overseas dish cooked by the Traveler. Could I trouble you to package it for me?
Sure, no problem. Oh, it smells good. I bet it tastes amazing.
Want us to teach you how to make it?
Oh, could you?
The most satisfying meals are the ones you share with other people. So...
Really? If you can write up... Since we've become a closed nation, people haven't had the chance to try any... I'll go pack up this dish for Miss Kamisato. Please, make your way back to the restaurant when...
You could have sold that recipe for a high price, but you selflessly... You're a wonderful person. I mean it. I admire you a lot, and I'm so proud to be friends with someone of such... Well, you should probably write down the recipe now, no?
Yeah, let's make sure we include all the... So, pizza. Start with the basic ingredients. Correct, right. Now to add the next couple of ingredients. Yep, that's right. Now for the cooking instruction. All right, it's done. Long may our reputations and our recipes precede us.
I have no doubt that they will.
Cool. Then let's get this recipe to Miss...
Hey! Have you written out the recipe?
Here it is.
Thank you! Wowie! This is so exciting. I want to make it right away.
Traveler, Paimon, please accept my sincerest apologies for delaying your meal.
No problem.
All right, let's dig in before it gets cold. Well, what do you think? Is Inazuman cuisine to your liking?
It's amazing! Paimon loved this one! Oh, and especially that one over there!
Good. I'm relieved. When I was attempting to cook earlier on, did you chat with the owner at all? And did she,
She did, but don't worry. She's just happy for you is all.
She's happy? Oh, then... What does it matter?
Hey, it's not you. Most people just haven't had the chance to talk to you one-on-one before.
Thank you for your comforting words, Paimon. It's all true, though. I just don't have very many friends. Most of the time I'm either accompanied by family or staff. So everyone must have found it quite a surprise to see me taking you out for him.
Exactly! You've got at least 2 friends right here.
Aww. Thank you. That makes me so happy. Excuse me. I'm forgetting myself.
Hey now, expressing your feelings is the right thing to do.
I agree. So, I just want to say how happy I feel that you both see me as a true friend.
Of course we do. That's always been our style. If someone's nice to us, we're nice to them too. Friendship can go a long way. Take your mom, for example. She wrote about Tsubaki in her notebook, and now it's made you want to find them too.
Yes. I think friendship is an extremely precious thing, and ours is one that I will always treasure.
While we're on the topic though, who is this Tsubaki person anyway?
Well, I think I have an idea, but I think that Tsubaki might be a fox envoy.
A fox?
Yes, that's what I think. Even I, my mother's own daughter, had never even heard of this friend, and fox envoys are nothing new. Stories have been told about them. You must have met Kuji Yae before. Well, she's a fox envoy. That got me thinking. Maybe they're a far...
Whoa! So Inazuma also has supernatural beings?
When you say also...
Well, before Inazuma, we spent some time in Liyue. They have all kinds of them too. Up in the sky, down below the ground, in the water.
Really? I've come across such things being asserted in books. So Liyue lives up to its reputation. Its culture has a long history and gives rise to the
You should come visit Liyue with us sometime. The best part is, they have loads and loads of delicious delicacies.
Really? I would love that. Speaking of delicacies, Traveler, Paimon, have you eaten your fill?
Oh, Paimon has.
Excellent. Then let's collect the kimono.
Your garment is ready, Miss Kamisato. I've folded and packaged it for you. Oh, and the other item we discussed? That's ready too.
Thank you very much.
No, thank you. It is a beautiful piece of clothing, and it was a...
Traveler, I have a gift for you.
Whoa, looks super fancy. Is that for wearing in your hair?
It's a hairpin in the style of a white heron. As well as a hair accessory, you can also use it as an ornament. I couldn't ask for your help and offer nothing at all in return, so this is my gift to you. I'm glad you like it.
Speaking of white herons, that's what your title means, doesn't it?
You flatter me, Paimon. If this gift reminds you of me...
It definitely will. All right, well, now we've got what we came for. We can set off. Time to go meet Tsubaki.
Rev the engines!
So, a transcendent being lives here? Ugh. If someone lives here, then why is it so chilly?
I'm asking myself the same question. How strange. I'm quite sure that this is the location my mother wrote about, but surely... But since we're here, I still think we should go inside and explore and...
Yeah, makes sense. Who knows? Maybe there's so, what does the notebook say exactly?
Let me think. A crane brings one fresh flower in its beak to decorate my hair, while a white rabbit sews a hemline from 4 rays of moonlight. Dressed appropriately, I face eastward and call out Tsubaki's name 7 times. In the blink of an eye, I'm standing on the path that leads to her house.
Sounds like a fairy tale. So your mom would do a little ritual, and just like...
I have a feeling that it could be some sort... Let's get a little closer.
Good idea. splashes on the rocks in here. Could that be anything?
Try and stop me!
Let's recap what the notebook says. Maybe it'll give us a hint. There's nobody here. Just this box. Let's see what's inside. Did it open? Did it open? Did our Inazuma Adeptus leave any treasure here?
What's this?
Huh. Looks like a book.
It seems to be another notebook. Could it be Tsubaki's notebook? Let's step back outside now. The atmosphere here is different than I'd imagined. Somehow, it makes me a little reluctant to open the notebook.
Paimon knows what you mean. Reading in low light is really bad for your eye.
Here will do just fine.
All right, let's see what the notebook says. Oh, ooh, Paimon bets it's all about mysterious treasure. What is it? Why are you whispering all of a sudden? You're making Paimon... Oh, you want to let Ayaka read the notebook without dis... But, based on her expression, probably...
Traveler, Paimon? Sorry.
No worries, it wasn't long at all. You're a very fast reader.
Yes, I have. I think I ought to share the truth of this notebook with you both, even though the contents are completely different than what I...
Different how? You mean it wasn't a Fox Envoy who wrote this?
Not a Fox Envoy, no. It turns out that Tsubaki's is my mother herself.
Huh?
Surprised? Me too. Tsubaki and I are the same person, and yet we are different. When I become Tsubaki, I stop being Kamisato Kayo and become the most ordinary woman in the world. What follows in these pages is the ordinary, everyday life of a regular person. Nothing more, nothing less. This notebook is, for the most part, a collection of my mother's musings, both private and trivial.
So, that means that the kimono design and the international dishes...
are things that my mother wished to try, yes. I'm sure this all sounds utterly bizarre to you, or to put it another way, I actually have another side to myself as well. I was at a loss for words when I started reading the contents of the notebook. It almost felt like someone had looked inside my mind.
Ayaka.
From the moment my mother married my father, she became the mother of the Kamisato house. On top of that, every action she ever took was seen as representing the Kamisato clan. After my parents passed away, Ayato and I took over responsibility for the affairs of the clan. Every time I found myself up against a difficult issue, I'd ask myself, maybe it's because it had been so long since I last saw her, but somehow, all that was left of her in my mind was the sight of her that inspired awe and commanded respect. But my image of her was incorrect. When I read this notebook, I realized she was just like me. Underneath whatever position she may have held, she was just an ordinary person. She liked pretty kimonos. She wanted to try food from different places. Maybe this all sounds immature to you, but I feel just the same way. Mother wrote that she'd always wanted to go to a local Inazuman festival. She said that sometimes, on a clear night, if you looked out from our house, you could see lights off in the distance. I've seen those lights too. It looks so lively with so many people, and it's so brightly lit it makes the whole sky glow. Of course, sometimes it does make me a bit anxious from a public order perspective. But for someone of my position to just show up at a festival with no warning, even if no one stopped us, the idea of the Yashiro Commission going out into the crowd, it'd certainly draw some... Mother said that she didn't want to put people on edge. She wanted everyone to enjoy the fun and freedom of the festival. She didn't want to disturb them, and didn't have much free time anyway, so she never went. Not even once.
Aw, so the kimono design... That must have been the outfit she planned on wearing if she ever did go to a festival, right?
That's right. And sometimes, festivals sell international food. She wanted to try that too. I hope this isn't a disrespectful thing to say, but I never knew my mother was so in touch with her inner child.
Well, that's not disrespectful at all. Paimon thinks your mom was the best of both. A big softie on the inside and a big sense of responsibility on the outside.
Without knowing it, I've ended up fulfilling several of my mother's wishes already. But going to a festival is the one thing that I cannot do for her. Perhaps this is one thing that can simply never be. I understand. Thank you. I think I realize something now. Mother and I are so similar in so many ways. The things she faced are things that I too will go on to face. She chose to place her unfulfilled wishes onto the identity of Tsubaki. As for me...
Oh, so you decided on an alter ego too?
No, I don't plan to do anything like that. I think I will set myself a new goal. To live each day without regrets. So, Traveler, Deep breath, Sayaka. Would you be at all interested in checking out an Inazuman festival?
Paimon's been dying to go ever since we saw that poster. Paimon would love to go with you, Ayaka.
Hey, come on, don't make fun. It's
Just because I used to have the same concerns my mother, I'm going to be true to myself and fulfill the wish that my mother and I shared. I know that you of all people can understand me going my own way on this. So, let's do this, you and me. Let's go to a festival together.
Paimon wants to come! Festivals here have loads of tasty snacks too, right?
Great. Thanks, you guys. If we head over and—
Oh, good point! Today is the last day, right? What are we waiting for?
Loaded.
We're here! But it doesn't seem as lively as Paimon imagined.
Since it's the final day, many of the visitors must have already returned home. I've heard that the peddlers often close up shop earlier on the last day because there are fewer people around. I'll go and ask. Whatever happens, I at least need to go inside just as well.
That's the way to go. We'll be right there with you.
It hasn't closed yet. It's just that there aren't many people left. Let's hurry and see as much as we can.
Hey, look at that stall! They have so many masks! Paimon's heard that everyone's supposed to wear a mask at these kinds of festivals.
That used to be the custom, yes. And today, it's still a popular way to dress up.
Hey! Is that who I think it is? Miss Kamisato, right?
Oh, greeting.
People seem to recognize Ayaka wherever we go. Guess that's just what it's like when you're a famous Inazuman.
But of course! The Kamisato clan leads the Yashiro Commission. It's one of the most well-known clans in Inazuma. Not least because back when Master and Miss Kamisato had just taken over the family's affairs, they used to make public appearances all the time. Some of the younger generations have never even seen Miss Kamisato in person before. Being the age I am, I'm lucky enough to have seen her on many occasions over the years.
You're too kind. My brother and I simply go where we must to fulfill our duties.
But this is the first time I've seen anyone from your family at a festival. There must be some official business, I take it.
Oh, there isn't actually. Today, I'm taking my traveler friend here around to see the sights.
Oh, a traveler? Huh. Now that you mention it, you do. First time in Inazuma? Hope you enjoy yourself, young one. Excuse me 1 second. Hey everyone, listen up! Don't close up yet! Miss Kamisato has come to join the festival!
No, it's not like that. Please, there's no need to make a fuss. We're just here to...
Yeah, thanks a lot, mister. If you hadn't let them know, they'd start closing down about now, right? At least it sure looks like that time of day.
Yep, you got it. But on account of this being the first time Miss Kamisato has ever come to the festival, it seems only fair to keep things open a little longer. Oh, here's a couple of...
No. You've been far too accommodating to us already.
Don't give me all that. Here you go. Here you go. It's not often that we regular folks get some attention from the Yashiro Commission, so I've got to mark the occasion somehow. Besides, it'll make me look bad if you refuse.
But... okay, I think I understand.
It's my pleasure. You have yourself a good time.
Sir, do you have anything for Paimon?
Oh, hello there, kiddo. I'm sorry, but we don't have any masks in your size.
Huh? Surely you're not gonna let Paimon be the only one at the festival without a mask?
Paimon, don't worry. Wearing a mask is optional.
But... Paimon doesn't want to feel left out.
How about a tree leaf? That should be enough to cover up that little face of yours.
What? No way!
Oh, okay then. In that case, I'm afraid there's nothing I can do right now. But don't you worry, kiddo. I'll have a mini mask made specially for you when I get back.
I cannot thank you enough.
Aw, it's nothing. But I won't hold you up any longer. You should go and enjoy the festival while everything's still lit up.
All right. Traveler, shall we? Oh, wait. Just one thing. I need to explain myself. I got a little nervous back there and I just made up any old excuse. But don't think of this as me taking you sightseeing, please. I brought you here because I genuinely wanted to spend time with you. Okay, great. Traveler, look! This stall's doing fortune slips.
Miss Kamisato, hello there. You're out with friends today? Oh, what a rare privilege. Welcome, welcome. Would you like to give it a go?
Okay. How much is it per draw?
I wouldn't expect you to know this, but the Yashiro Commission was very good to my uncle on my father's side at one point in time. Thinking about it, it was when your father... So you see, how could I possibly take your money?
What? Are you sure?
Of course! If you like what you see, then please, be my guest. Same goes for your two friends here.
Traveler? Paimon? What do you think?
It seems like everyone wants to do something nice for Ayaka. So, if they insist, who are we to resist?
Well, if that's how you feel, then okay. We'll take you up on...
Alrighty then. Whenever you're ready. Draw a slip and reveal your fortune. Open it up and see how you fare.
Whoa! Which one did you get? Paimon got Rising Fortune.
No way! We got the same one! Traveler, what did you get? Wow, you're so lucky!
Ah, congratulations are in order! Here's what great fortune among people means. As the golden koi fish shines amidst the turquoise waves, your name shall be illustrious, and the...
What a great sign! Good things lie ahead!
Congratulations.
You all have very fine fortunes lined up. With this kind of luck, you'll certainly...
Well said! Here's hoping that our good luck will never run out!
This food stall sells all kinds of Inazuman specialties.
Wow! It all looks so good!
Of course it is.
But we don't want anything to go to waste. Ooh, Ayaka, Paimon wants those dango.
Sure.
Uh-huh, those look good too. Ooh, but so do the egg rolls. Paimon...
All right then. I too shall have a sakura mochi.
All right, coming right up.
This sakura mochi is just delicious.
Not bad, huh? It's one of our best sellers.
Oh, please, sir. Paimon would like some more.
I don't know if it's rude of me to ask, but how is this kind of snack actually made?
You want to try your hand at making it yourself? No problem. Just give me a second and I'll write out the recipe for you.
Ooh, a new recipe?
Are you sure about this? If you share the recipe, isn't that tantamount to giving away your trade secret?
Well, it was you who gave Kiminami Restaurant that recipe for an overseas dish, wasn't it? She and I are good friends. We trade culinary tips all the time. Here you go. Just treat it as me returning a favor on behalf of my friend.
Thank you so much. I will study it very carefully and try my best.
You there. You want the recipe too? Go on, I can see that you enjoyed it. There's no greater feeling than creating delicious food with your own two hands. You should definitely give it a try.
I will. Once I've learned how to make it, will you two be my taste testers?
Oh, definitely! Can't wait!
All right. I'll do my best.
Well, we may have arrived near the end of the festival, but it's still been super fun. Paimon approves.
Yes, I agree. To spend the festival together with you today has been a truly wonderful experience. This stall sells prayer plaques. It's an Inazuman tradition. You draw your wish onto a pentagon.
Sounds similar to the way people in Liyue release lanterns during Lantern Rite. Those are used for making wishes too.
Welcome. Looking for prayer plaques? Every wish is sacred, and you...
Looks fun! Shall we give it a try? Oh, wait, there's writing and drawing involved?
2 prayer plaques, please, sir.
2 prayer plaques for the young lady. There you go.
Traveler, have you decided on your wish? Yes.
You can either draw a picture to represent your wish or write it out in words. Either way, once you've committed your wish onto your plaque, please hang it onto the prayer rack.
Wait, so they'll be on public display? Alright, well, let's see what you got.
That will do for mine. May I see yours? This is you and your brother, isn't it? It's lovely.
You'll be back together one day. Paimon believes it, and you should too.
I believe it too. Your wish will surely come true. And I will keep you in my prayers.
Ayaka, what did you draw? Is that Tenchukaku?
That's right. I wish for peace and happiness for everyone in Inazuma, and good health for my family and friends. I do hope that wish can come true. Thank you. That gives me hope. I think that might be all we have time for.
Aw, it's time to leave already?
I'm afraid so. The festival is coming to a close. Time flies when you're having fun. It seems to flow away from you like a rushing river. It's time to leave. Traveler, today was the first time in my life that I've ever been to a festival. You've known me for some time now. I think you understand my personality, don't you? Knowing me, I just know that today could not have been such a happy day without you. So thank you. Today really meant a lot to me. And the festivals are great. There aren't many rules. Everyone has that smile that comes from deep inside. And It's just so carefree and happy. If I ever get the chance, I want to go again. You too? Great! You know, we're kind of similar, with both of us having a brother. Sometimes, I feel like I can relate to the determination you must have to get your brother back. I understand. Family bonds are inseparable. No one can break them. They are the most important roots we have in this world. You will find him. Come what may, you must never give up. I will always be here for you as your... as your friend. I will always support you. As long as you're happy. Traveler, there's something that I'd like to do. If you could spare me yet another moment. Please, keep your eyes on me. What do you think of my dance? Did you like it?
It was so pretty. Beautiful, elegant, and something else Paimon can't put into words.
I'm not very good at this kind of dance. So, as long as I didn't embarrass myself, that's all that matters. I just had a sudden urge, and I ran with it. In a way, that sort of sums up today for me. Dancing like nobody's watching. That goes for you, too. When I'm with you, time seems to slow down and speed up at the same time. Anyway, it looks like this is goodbye for today. I can see myself the rest of the way back. Good night, traveler.
Greetings.